Hello everybody, First Month is here. This video is like intro, like I normally do for this notoriously known cold steel Recon Scout. I've been looking for this knife years, seriously years. What I do like on this knife is those like simple lines. Just this is like there's nothing like over. Everything is there what needs to be there. Nothing overbuilt. I mean, nothing special overbuilt. Of course, the knife is overbuilt. It's very thick, but we go to that a little bit later. But anyway, clear lines. You know, only everything. So we got a spine. We got this like false edge. But this is somehow, yeah. It is sharp. Even the angle is doesn't allow the sharpness to cut, but if I will try, I will probably cut myself. This is really sharp. It shaves things out of my nail. See that white thing? That's my nail. So it is sharp. So only what I miss on this one is, let's say, a brass pommel or something, or metal pommel simply. That's I would change on this knife. Otherwise, everything is nice. So that's why I bought it. But this knife, as far as I know, was introduced to the market in 1990. It was made of carbon V, SK5, O1 tool steel, Sanmai steel. It was announced to be made of A2 tool steel as a Trailmaster also, and Gurkha Kukri, that line. But as far as I know, they've never been made. I don't know. I've never seen this knife made of A2 tool steel. If you've seen one of these three knives, please let me know, because I really don't know if that was ever made. I found I saw an announcement it will be, so I asked AI for that. They said yeah, there was, but I haven't seen any piece of that. So probably there was like they want to do it, but they skipped it. And I think this is the CPM 3V version, was like instead of that. So not A2 tool steel, CPM 3V. So this is the most premium, probably, as I remember what I saw, that Senmai version, it was convexed, probably made in Seki, Japan, probably. But if you know more about that, just let me know, please, because I am really curious about this knife. I really do like it. So it came in this box like they normally do. Where are these? We got some details here, but I'll tell you now right now. So anyway, this is like intro knife. Of course, I will do the testing. So cold steel Recon Scout knife, pretty thick, as I said, CPM 3V, Cray X secure sheath. Yeah, why not? Weight overall is 545 grams. So overall package 545. Or 19.1 ounces overall package. So it means one pound and something, and about 3.5 ounces. About knife itself, 431 grams or 15.2 ounces. That's important because I'll show you something a bit later. So 431 grams, 15.2 ounces. The thickness is 7.5 millimeters. Actually, as normally they do here, it's only before the grind starts. So this, like, let's call it a ricasso. So up to here, it is the 7.5 or 5/16, which should be, yeah, 5/16. And then it drops a little bit, as normally they do. By the way, what I've read, this is a shortened version of Trailmaster. To 7.3, so from 7.5 to 7.3 millimeters, or 0.29 of an inch thickness. Just hair, but it's thinner a bit, really, hair thinner. Secondary bevel, that's important on this knife. By the way, how sharp it is out of the box. See that? So it shaves. Try that, but I've never cut with the knife something. This is I had it already in my hand, of course, but this is original edge without any touch. Only what I try to. Yeah, it shaves. It shaves. Oh, I don't know if you see that. Maybe yes, maybe no. I don't know. Anyway, it shaves. It shaves. So 0.9 of millimeter on a secondary bevel. That's pretty. That's generally an axe or hatchet in my collection. So pretty thick. Definitely, I don't expect to be very good slicer, but I might be surprised. But anyway, for the size and what it is, it's kind of combat survival knife, everything. So of course, this toughness goes over these slicing things. This is not carving knife. That's important thing. So that's very good. Or so 0.9 millimeters. I found it 0.03 of an inch thickness, but the secondary bevel. But probably you got better measurements for this one. The blade length is 19.3 centimeters from very tip to this spot, simply where it meets the guard, or 7.59, so generally 7.6 of an inch, the blade length. Guard is 6 millimeters thick, so 0.23, so pretty thick, should be stainless steel. The handle is sorry. That's the Cray X. So sorry, my fault. The Cray X is the handle, CPM 3B, and this is the Secure X sheath. Sorry, my fault. So Cray X handle. That's the material. And it has 12 and a half centimeters, or generally 5 inches, or 4.92 inches length. So pretty normally sized length of the handle for such a knife. I got plenty knives in such length, handle length, so normal. And the choil here might be important for someone. It's 1.8 centimeters, which one and a half is the border for my index. See, I got some spare, so 1.5 centimeter is already border. So this is a little bit, it's all right, but I will probably open it a little bit. So I will probably open. I will take the corner here off to grab it securely. So this is very notorious no knife, as I said. So you know it probably. There is plenty of videos even for the CPM 3D version. So I want to say much more things because you might see it. Anyway, I will do my test, of course, but I just want to tell you my experience. So what I will probably do, not before testing, so what I will probably do, so I will shorten the back side of the guard because I don't need it for combat, and it allows me to better to do over this one. I can do it, but anyway, it's not that important. As I said, this guard is for me much more important. For someone who can say, okay, it might make loose the knife when it is in the sheath. Probably not, because there are two lines. You might see these two spots. These from each side they go in. So generally, you might see. Yeah, you see them on the side. You see it. These two are on each side. So generally, the Secure X sheet grabs the guard not from the length but from the wideness. So that's why I'm not worried about it will fall out of the sheath if I won't use the sheath, and I won't. Only what I found, you see these lines. This is original oil. See these lines? These were there from when I tried to draw the knife out, then put it back, and that's so. You might hear this the noise. I would say that it says probably the knife is there pretty on the side. So somebody said it might scratch the blade and even dull the blade, which it might if you press it over there. So I'm from the Japanese swords. I'm more to that I press the spine. So if I put it there, I press more that side. So it's all right. Only when I release, of course, I try to keep the spine there, and then of course to keep the distance between the edge and the sheath. But sometimes, you pull it out, and especially when you remove it really, so this part, which is hard, the most hardest spot to sharpen it, simply the belly. So it might dull somehow, but it's not really my experience, this one. So that's what I want to say. Otherwise, I will use it. I probably I'll take off this strap, and I probably add some of my system there. But the knife and the sheath, I want to use it because why not? It's really good. Just size comparison. What I said about the weight, 431 grams. Why? Because this knife, this cookery of mine, weighs, I think, 430 grams, or some. They are, let's say, 1 ounce from each other by weight. So I think this is the same, 430 grams. I'm not sure now. So very close. See the 20 centimeters, 19.3. So we are there. See the thickness. This is only 5 millimeters, but in full thickness, see this space. So nice combo. Or this cold steel Magnum Tanto, just for size comparison, nothing else. See, again, 19 centimeters blade. The handle, thanks to the pommel, striking pommel, is slightly longer, but blade-wise, it should be the same. Yeah, it seems to me the Recon Scout is somehow longer, but just a few millimeters, seems to me. Again, 5 millimeters on thickness, about. So, and last thing here, what I got here is this Warcraft, but this medium size, the original one. You haven't seen me to do the test of this one. So see, again, 19 centimeters blade. Again, it seems to me a little bit shorter. So I probably, if I set the guard on guard, so I mean guard this one, I try, and the Recon Scout seems to be slightly longer. Handle-wise, again, somehow longer on the Recon Scout side, but see that. So see the thickness and everything. What I do like on this knife, also, I think I don't have this kind of coffin-shaped handle. Thanks to this texture, it sits in hand really nicely. So many guys use the lashing, of course, when you chop with the knife. But what I found, for light chopping, not for a long time, thanks to this opening, both sides opening, and the texture, when I grab it here, it's pretty secure to do some chopping. Of course, to chop long time, but I don't know why I will do chop long time. Of course, the saw will be always better. So it allows me to do these movements, and as far as I feel, it won't move. So of course, if I will chop something, it will move. But as I said, depend what I want. There's no problem. Put a lashing, go over that, keep it this way, and it will be fine. Nicely sharp tip. Seems to me everything is even. I haven't found any issue there, any grind issue, I mean. No, I think everything is fine. Nothing moves, guard or something like that. Everything is fine. So this is just the intro for this, I think, very, very known, and I would say somehow masterpiece of a knife, because if I want to have something, one utility knife, I know I like these kukris and tantos, whatever, but this knife can do really everything. Serve for combat, chops, stabs, with some, I would say, improved grind. It will be better for slicing, cutting. I'm pretty much sure it can scrape ferro rod or another soft materials. So for everything, as a survival knife, as I said. So pretty nice, as I said, masterpiece of these kind of Bowie knives or clip points. So what do you say, guys? Thank you very much. Have a great time, and hope to see you on the testing. Bye.